Welcome to No Good Rolls, Just Good Roleplaying. I'm your DM, Kurt, and welcome back to another session. We've got a couple new faces here at the table. We've got our tech goblin in the back still, unfortunately. I'm going to go around, I'm going to let my players introduce themselves really quick, and then we'll see what happens. Who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm Roberta, and I am playing Attica Silverbow, Paladin of Helm, and member of the Order of the Gilded Eye.
And we've got new to the table, Brady here. Brady, who are you bringing with you today?
I'm playing Callan Relay today, an Oath of Devotion Paladin, who's also a Dampier and Catholic. Odd decision, but I like it.
What's he look like? Has he got the very vampiric features going on?
Kinda, yeah. Like he's like about like 6'2", like a medium athletic build, like long black hair tied back in a ponytail, very like pale skin, kind of like long features of the face, and just like it's kind of like your average chainmail paladin gear, really.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Alicia, who have you brought to the table?
I'm Alicia. I'm playing Auburn Thriftwell, a Fire Genasi sorcerer.
And who do we got over here today, Janice?
I'm Ginny,
Ginny, that's right.
the elderly halfling woman with a taste for blood.
She's dangerous. She's a dangerous woman with her frying pan of doom.
Yep.
Alfer, who have you brought to the table?
Hi, I'm Ulfer. I brought Tova. He's a wizard.
And Tova has a specific way he casts his
Yes.
spells, doesn't he?
I have a codex of tattoos on my left arm, and I tattoo all my spells onto my body, which gets sucked into the codex.
And he always has weird spell components in his bag.
Yep.
Like butter, like our lunch that he uses to cast spells.
Yes. Sometimes you need emergency butter.
all the spell components.
And last but not least, Kevin, who are you bringing to the table?
I'm Ren. I'm playing Ren, a Genku rogue, and I use other people's voices to talk.
And I am Kurt. I'm the DM. I play literally everyone else.
Yeah.
So I will take on every other role except for the good ones that you guys already took. Okay, so the last time we played, you guys had left off in, where's your little peg there on the board?
It's in Hundlestone.
Hundlestone. And you guys, if I remember correctly, had made quite an impression at the inn there. You had, Jasper had ended up doing quite well with his bardic inspirations and got you guys free room and board there for the duration of your time here in the frozen north.
Nice.
And you guys had ended up spending the night there. You had met some stragglers on the road coming from the north trying to flee the giants. And that's where you'd ended things off. You wake up in the morning, you can smell kind of a blandish breakfast broth boiling over the hearth fire in the kitchen. And as you guys come out into the common room, you're greeted with fresh bowls of broth and fresh bread as well.
It would be nice to have some butter right about
Open up my component pouch. Nope.
now.
I need that. Sorry, nope. Wait, it doesn't say exactly how much I need. Here, I cut off a little stick
Wait,
of butter.
was it next to the rotten fish?
Could have been. I don't know. Could have.
Don't want
It was in like
I'll take
its
it.
own little
Purified
wrapping.
Yep.
It was in its own little wrapping.
So as you guys are preparing for the day, arguing over the butter, what was your plans for the day?
We're going to Fire Shear. We're going to learn how to ride griffins. Yeah. I don't ask for much.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
My life has been spent in service to others. I don't ask for a whole lot, but I really, 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 really want to ride a griffin.
You know, if you want to stop somewhere first, we could. No, I'm just joking.
Maybe we should
Just
go
go.
water deep first and then back up.
Yeah. It's so close.
Absolutely.
Well, to head down towards
later.
Fire
She
Shear.
would pout. She would pout the whole entire trip.
You could have went in that.
You guys head down towards Fire Shear, and how long does it take to get to Fire Shear? It actually takes 2 days of travel. That much. I had found a nice little chart that finds everything for me, and I forgot to load it up on my laptop, so I'll have to do that at the next break. You guys end up having to spend the night in the wilderness as you travel south towards Fire Shear. It's you down towards the coastline, but you are on the road. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to just throw a camp straight on the road, or keep going through?
I would suggest we camp on the road. I don't think walking through the night is probably a good idea.
No.
It's quite cold up here.
Walking through the night, you get there a little bit sooner, but you do end up taking a level of fatigue.
Yeah, I think we'll.
I mean, I can keep you guys warm. I'm literally fire.
Your hands get cold, you can run your fingers through her hair.
Yeah, let's camp.
Someone roll me a set of percentile dice, the 2d10s.
Ooh. Who wants to do that?
I got it.
How about the new guy?
Ready? Go for
Yeah, I
it.
can roll.
Or has he met up with us yet?
Oh yeah, you guys, I don't do a lot of background because we have a
Oh,
fluidic
okay.
group. You were there.
I'm here. Okay. Fair
You're
enough.
All of a sudden, Jasper has fallen asleep, and in his place wakes up this handsome vampire.
Yep.
He went for a midnight stroll and came to our camp. Woo!
Handsome vampire.
80% for it.
He's a
80%.
paladin.
So you guys make camp for the night. Do you guys have trail rations, or how are you guys feeding yourself?
I have,
Yes.
I have some rations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have rations.
Rations. Well,
I need a pencil.
Yep, me too.
You can share mine for the moment.
Does anybody need some?
I'm good, thank you.
yep, I'm good as well.
You'll take them all?
I'll take all of your trail rations.
You don't need to eat.
I play everybody else, and everybody else is getting hungry.
Last session, I fed some of your characters, so shush.
Why stop now? The sleep, you guys are able to make camp, and the night goes uneventfully. It does get quite cold in the evening, but the last time I checked, you guys had all had some kind of winter wear.
Yeah.
The only one who kind of didn't was Jasper, because he had his magic armor that always looked like something.
Well, he put it on all his outfits.
Yeah.
Trying to save a
Every
few
one.
copper pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Fiscally responsible, that one.
That is not how I would describe
Oh,
it.
thank you.
No, actually, right. Not at all.
So you guys make your way, you get up in the morning and you make your way down the road, and as you get towards Fire Shear, you kind of crest a hill and you can see down into Fire Shear. Fire Shear, does anybody have knowledge history as a proficiency?
Yeah, I'm proficient in history.
Go ahead and roll it
Yes,
if you
I
want.
am.
Kind of.
If you're proficient.
20.
21.
Yeah, you guys.
So it's a nat 20. It ends up being a 26.
You guys know for a fact, like Fire Shear was built in the crater of a meteor impact. If you look at the town, it's like got this perfectly circular ridge going all the way around it, where they've built kind of an exterior wall. The only place there isn't a wall is where the docks lead out into the ocean, and everything looks like it's built out of deep, rich stone, because they didn't have to dig through the topsoil. All that got blown away and exposed years and years back when the meteor struck. The town itself, mostly dwarves. They look like rock igloos. It breaks the wind and keeps the cold out. You got a natural 20, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
The town itself is governed by a triumvirate of the different founding companies, different mining companies that came here, and they realized that the meteor strike had exposed rich veins of copper and other metals, and they've kind of become the ruling council. And somewhere in this town, or around this town, you're quite sure you've heard of someone who trains in how to ride griffins, but it's probably not worth looking into.
Nah, it's not.
That's my super high perceptions. My Ren. So what do you guys want to do? You're presented with the town of Fireshare.
What time of day is it?
It is mid-afternoon, coming up towards supper time, maybe.
Okay.
Do we want to look for an inn first?
Yeah, we could try and find the inn and go look for the griffin lessons after that.
Mm-hmm. We can ask around for
Get accommodations first.
Yeah.
That works.
We are looking for Dashara Keldabar.
Well, you were looking for an inn first.
Yeah, well, once we find this.
We can ask around about it.
Once we find an
We
inn,
can
we'll
ask
ask.
it.
So is there a gate or anything, or we can just head straight in?
Well, there is a gate all the way around town, and as you get up there, you see that the gate is manned by two very surly-looking dwarves. They're cloaked, so it's hard to tell if they're wearing armor, but each of them have a very large and imposing-looking weapon. It's not quite a trident, a glaive, I guess is what it would be called. It's got a big bladed end on the end of a pole arm.
Okie dokie.
Halt! Who goes there?
We are a band of adventurers come from Bryn Shander. My name is Annika Silverbow. I'm a paladin of Helm. We look for a person in town to teach us to ride griffins.
Griffins, you probably wanting to talk to Dashara. She doesn't live in town proper. She lives up on the cliffs. Just you head east around the wall, you can get there, or you can head there through town. But to go through town, I need to know your business and intent.
That is our business and our intent here.
Well, we would probably like to spend the night at some juncture because it's cold out.
Yes.
Yeah, rather chilly.
Yeah. We were intending to find an inn for the evening and head to Dashara's in the morning.
And don't we have that letter as well?
Yes, that we
For
were
the-
given by the sheriff.
Yes. We do the sheriff's of Bryn Shander's business. We have none of his here, but we have a letter that shows that we are employed by him.
Let me see that.
We pass it along.
The guard takes a few moments to read. He says, looks official to me, and he kind of shows it to his buddy, and they mull it back and forth. And he carefully hands it back to Yannicka. He says, "Well, if you're here on Hamwell's business, you're free to go in. If he's going to vouch for you, that's good enough. If you're looking for a place to stay, go to the Dusty Dwarf and tell him Drock sent you."
Absolutely. You would be Drock.
I'm Drock.
Very nice to meet you, Drock. Thank you very much.
He gives a little nod of his head.
Stay warm.
And that's what the cloaks are for. And they kind of step aside to let you in through the open gates. As you pass through the gates, it's easy to tell that the walls are built out of very thick stone. They look like they take a lot of force to get through. The doors themselves are built out of a heavy, sturdy oak. You haven't seen any oak trees around here, so you're not sure exactly where it was brought from, but you're glad you got to pass through instead of being barred at the gate. The town itself is very, very plain Jane. A lot of the core here is made up of miners, dwarves. You see the occasional human. They're all covered in soot and grime from mining. Making your way down towards the town square, you do see a couple different businesses that are open. And if you have to purchase anything, they have barkers out there trying to get your attention. And Ren, you are the first to see the sign for the Dusty Dwarf.
It's up ahead. It's up ahead. I could do a really loud bell, but
So, did anybody have anything you wanted to do in town square, or just head straight into the Dusty Dwarf?
No, I'm broke. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
I have
straight
enough
to
for
the
I have
Dusty
enough
Dwarf.
for lodgings. That's about it.
Well, you guys had a pretty big windfall after you defeated some
Frost
frost
giants.
giants.
We've got actually got quite a bit of money right now.
Well, you guys do. All I got is the 600 for the griffin riding.
You head up to the Dusty Dwarf, and opening it up, it smells like tilled earth in here. The entire swath of people in the bar, and the bar is quite full at this point. It's a meal hour, and they've all been let go. A good portion of the dwarves have come from the mines, looking for some ale and some hot food before they either go home or go back to work. Everybody kind of stops and stares at you guys. You guys look very much so out of place here. You fall under that category of clean.
After 2 days on the road?
Cleaner than like a 10-hour shift underground.
Fair.
Annika always looks very clean, very shiny.
The awe doesn't last long, and they go back to their meals. There's a few open spots, open tables where you can go sit.
Well, let's pull up a stool. And
No sense standing in the doorway.
No,
Exactly.
It's very
Yeah.
awkward.
Letting in the cold air.
Exactly.
Shut on the door behind you. You guys go and you sit down at the table, and very quickly, a dwarven waitress comes around. She's kind of stroking her chin hairs a bit, and so what do you guys want? Yeah, don't look like the regular patrons we have here. What can I get for you?
We're looking for a hot meal and hopefully a bed for the night.
Says, yeah, we got a bit of both.
How much will that run us?
For the 6 of you, 1 gold, 5 silver.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I pay her out of the bag that we got from the frost giants.
Oh, perfect.
The giant bag that's probably in your sack because it's heavy.
Oh. I take off my backpack and I rummage and I really strain and lift out. But you probably have to help me.
Yes.
Bringing the whole bag out.
ooh, someone's gonna see that.
Yes.
Or are we bringing the whole bag out? Or are you just
Reaching into.
reaching in?
Ren, you notice that others notice.
Yeah. Because we probably have to pull the whole bag to pull those pieces out.
We should probably keep an eye on that.
Ren, keep an eye on it for me.
The awestruck waitress takes your money and disappears into the kitchen. She comes back with 6 large frothy beers and 6, you're assuming it's some kind of stew or gruel. It does not smell particularly appealing.
Well, we didn't specify what kind of hot meal we wanted.
That is fair. We need to get a hot meat.
Hot
So.
It's hot, it's steamy.
It's steaming.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm waiting to
Smells
see who's
appetizing.
brave.
I take a bite.
You're a dwarf.
It tastes of overboiled tubers, like potatoes that have been boiled into submission.
Yep.
So they've created their own
Potato
glue.
stew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overcooked potato stew.
It has some kind of a meat gravy with it, but you have yet to find any actual pieces of meat.
A chunk of meat in here somewhere.
Somewhere.
At some point, a meat went by it at some point. Oh well.
It was put on a string and dipped into the broth.
A light dusting of meat.
I have a spoonful, and I'm like, oh, I've had worse. It's not poison.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So you think?
I didn't keel over yet, so.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
You know, next time we get someplace civilized, I think I'd like to pick up a spice pouch of some sort.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I bet you your cooking is much better than this.
It really is.
So as you guys work on your meal, a good portion of the dwarven and human patrons get up and they leave. Probably 2/3 of the entire bar clears out. The other third remains and continues to drink.
I suppose they're all going to work tomorrow?
That's interesting. And it's still early evening, right?
Yeah, the supper hour is just kind of past.
Okay.
Uh,
I look at call the waitress over, and I'm like, is there another shift in the mines in the evening, or?
Well, they run all day, every day.
Okay.
So
okay.
everybody was just leaving to go back to work right now.
Oh, very hard-working town when you have your.
But probably most of them are pulling a double. Maybe some of them are just starting a shift. I don't know. They'll be back in 10 hours.
Stop back in at that point.
Yeah. Is anything else I can get you?
I think we're fine. I asked for more specific directions. Ask if she knows. What's her name again? Dashara.
Oh, Dashara, yeah. Yeah, she doesn't come down here often. Some of her guards sometimes come down here for a cup. But she herself doesn't. I don't think she drinks. A little, for a dwarf, she's a little off.
Prefers the water to the ale.
Prefers the air to the ground.
Mm.
She looks,
Yeah, that's
just
correct.
saying that, she looks disgusted.
So I ask her if she can show me on the map, like, about where we're going.
She says, well, you just head east out of the town square down towards the bay. And when you get to the docks, head north.
All right.
It's a bit of a steep climb up the cliff face, but there's a path there.
Okay.
It'll lead you up to her house.
Is there any way that we should send word that we're coming? You mentioned that she had some guards. I don't want any trouble, and I'd hate to drop in on someone unannounced.
No, they're just there to keep people from riling anybody up.
That's fair. Okay.
If you're going there looking for trouble, I would suggest instead of going north at the docks, go south
I would never.
and just leave.
I would never.
So don't cause trouble.
Well,
Out of game, I know you better than that.
Try not to go.
Annika would never. And Ren doesn't have Jasper.
I can cause my own trouble.
Okay. So yeah, we're fine for the night. I think we'll just find a place to bed down for the evening.
Here's the gold 5 got you meal and room. That door there, just head down the hallway to room 6, and that's yours for the evening. It has 6 common beds.
Okay.
Sweet. I ask her, do you mind if I set up shop? I do tattoo work.
She looks you up and down, looks at the runes you have tattooed on your arm, or do you have them exposed?
My main codex is always exposed. All the other ones just look like white scars.
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't start any trouble.
No, won't. So I just make a general announcement and set up shop at an empty table.
Roll a performance roll.
What do I have for performance?
This is just to see how interested you can get people into coming.
7.
7?
Yeah. It was because of that 20 earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
8 of the luck. There you
Yeah,
go.
follow your luck.
At this point, the guys, they don't seem to be very interested. You assume nobody wants an open tattoo wound while working underground.
Yeah, it tracks.
I try 5 minutes later. I go, I can do healing on it.
At this point, nobody's taking you up on it.
Okay.
Yeah, the evening comes and goes. Your fee that she charged you, she brings you a couple more refills that are included. But as the evening goes on, Ren, you notice you have a high enough passive perception. Somebody is kind of sneaking up on poor old Ginny over there. Kind of he's moved from table to table a few times, and now he's got his back to sitting with his back against Ginny's back, and it looks like he's getting a little touchy-feely with her pack.
Oh, not with me.
No.
Okay.
Oh. He's a fine dwarven man. He has no interest in a gnomish wife.
Halfling.
Or halfling wife. Well, either.
I mean, yeah.
So you do notice
Very
that.
good catch.
No one else has a high enough passive perception to notice.
I'm going to use my mage hand and give him a slap.
So you just...
Yeah.
Oh, is it that invisible mage hand?
Yeah.
I love that.
He, nobody else really notices this, but you're kind of watching. He stands up and just beelines for the door.
Love it.
Were you doing anything else? Or
Probably
just,
wouldn't notice that either.
No,
Nope.
No, I just let him leave.
the rest of the evening, unless you guys want to do something, goes relatively problem-free.
Oh, isn't there like an ale or something that Fireshear is known for?
Well, there was the fire brandy, but I believe that was a couple
Oh.
towns back.
Was that in Hellstone or was that in
Yeah.
Bryn Shander? I think that was in Bryn Shander.
Yeah, that was in Bryn Shander.
Shander.
Because the place that served the ale was where you met the mercenary who asked you to go to Neverwinter
Right.
and talk to his order for him.
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
The rest of the evening
Yeah.
goes quite uneventfully. You guys have your fill of ale, and then you're able to retire.
And I watch him very suspiciously the entire time.
Yep.
So with your... How obvious are you about it? Just like, really just like, I am not hiding.
Like a busy old lady poking into everyone else's business.
So Galen!
Yeah. You notice quite easily, Kaylin, that Ginny is side-eyeing you hard. And like, you're probably somewhat used to a little
Oh, yeah.
bit of side-eyeing, but this level goes to like past normal, past uncomfortable
It's
to
getting creepy.
yeah, like
Yep.
yeah.
My name is Shining Order.
I'm just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Want to make sure that you are not going to kill us all in our sleep.
Yeah, no, I'm not. It's kind of like, because I'm not like a full vampire. I'm a vampire. I'm like half vampire. So I've got some of the vampiric traits, but not a lot of like the nastier ones. I do drink blood, but I don't need to drink blood. It's kind of just like the urge to drink blood.
Are you dead?
Kind of. I don't breathe.
Interesting.
Yeah. Don't breathe and I can walk up walls.
So if we did something like a turn undead or something like that, would we chase you away?
You know, I don't think so, but you never know.
Okay.
Oh.
So how does a half vampire end up as a paladin?
I was a paladin before I was a vampire.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I've only been about a vampire for about a year and a half
So
now.
you retained your mission and stuff
Absolutely.
when you were alive.
So you're not going to drink the blood of innocent children?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nah.
What about uninnocent children?
We'll see where the night takes us. I did.
I'm not at the
I'm
table,
kidding,
so
I'm
you
kidding.
didn't hear that. I was more of a, I need this for my clarification.
Yeah. At that point, the barmaid wanders past and says that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple of little buggers who've been breaking bottles out back.
I love that.
Well, you guys have your little to-do to figure things out, but other than that, like, the night goes on eventfully. You guys end up having a sleep.
I sleep with skewer. Tucked in nice and close. In case of vampiric attack.
Yep.
You could go to the kitchen and get some garlic.
That is an excellent idea. So, I will ask for some cloves of garlic.
Waitress kind of, now she's side-eyeing you. Okay, I thought I'd put plenty in the tuber gruel, but okay.
Just a touch more would be lovely, thank you.
She comes out with a couple cloves, like not a head of garlic, a couple
Yeah.
cloves of garlic from the kitchen.
I'll take it.
There you go.
Thank you. I'll hand her a few, like 2 silver pieces or whatever.
Oh, thank you. Eric, want some more?
I'm fine, thank you.
So you guys retire for the evening, and in the morning you're awoken to the sound of heavy boots on the floor as a shift change happens. The dwarves come in for a morning meal, and they are not quiet or subtle about it. They've just stomped their way into the dusty dwarf, and you guys are all very unceremoniously woken up. Stop.
5 more minutes.
Annika gets out of bed, kneels down, does her prayers, and then starts her 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 jumping jacks.
Can you not?
And then her hair falls out.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
I get up and I creak and I groan.
Oh, you did not sleep super well,
No.
although your sinuses are right open.
Hey.
Auburn, routine is ritual.
Yep.
Connects you with yourself.
You guys have any morning rituals?
Well, just going through the spell book, making sure everything's ready.
Oh, what's up before everybody else looking through stuff?
Groggily
stuff.
get him.
I do lots of stretches.
Has anything made its way into your particular personage?
I don't know.
The only people in your room are your party members.
I know.
Okay.
Oh no.
Maybe 25. That's sleight of hand. Just making sure everything's in the right spot.
Oh, you're just checking on things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just checking on things.
Well, the 25, you get up before everybody and kind of check. Yeah, everything looks like
Well,
it's in
just
the
to
right
make sure
proper
that no one
place.
came.
Not
into
sure
the
why
room.
Jenny has garlic on her neck. But
Stay away from Jenny all day. She's kind of smelly.
I love the smell of garlic.
It's been sitting with my warm body, so it's really
Expressing
Aromatic.
that Allison
yes.
from it.
Yeah, it's
And then you'll have time to do your spell selection process for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And you just want 5 more minutes?
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Do you have any rituals that you need to perform for your...
Yeah, I'm doing my morning prayers for my spells.
So you guys make your way through your morning rituals, and You get out there, and once again, the bar is full of dirty dwarves. You can actually tell which dwarves are coming off and which dwarves are coming on shift just by the level of grunge on them. Even the ones that are coming on shift aren't clean. They're
Well,
just
clean
less
before you go
dirty.
down into the
Yeah.
mine.
You're greeted to another bowl of tuber stew. Once again, not super duper, but
Pluck a clove of garlic, add it to the stew.
Little extra garlic, never heard of that.
no ale is served with breakfast though, so
I really
Sommer
feel,
would be sad.
I really feel like it would be make the stew a little better.
Make it go down a little easier.
Yeah.
Thin that out a little. It is basically glue.
Mm-hmm.
So finishing your meal, the waitress cleans the plates and reminds you guys how to get to Deshara's place.
How did you become undead?
I got attacked by a vampire.
Oh.
Yeah,
Was
we were
it
cleaning out a
just-
nest of vampires, and I got attacked.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a dope story, but it's not too fun to go through.
No, it would probably be hurt.
Yeah,
And then to be cursed forever afterwards.
yeah,
Yeah.
not super fun, but it's kind of something you get over.
Mm-hmm. At least, like, you still have your mission.
Yeah, no,
Respect
So-
that.
Were you like bitten?
yes,
Where were you bitten?
on the neck.
If you're a half vampire, did you like knock one of its teeth out so there's only like one hole in your neck?
You bet. Yeah,
Half vampire?
half vampire.
Half bite?
Have a bite.
Do you ever have to do like their bidding or anything and mind control effects?
No, not really.
Not really.
No, I don't.
But you can.
No, I have no mind control abilities. I can drink blood, and I can walk up walls. That's all I can do.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Can I see that?
Oh, absolutely. And I just walk up I walk to the wall of the tavern, and I just walk up onto the roof, back down, and back where I was.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yes.
I quite enjoyed that.
It's very attention getting.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it is very attention getting. As you
Okay.
begin to make your way up the wall, you like put your first foot up against
Yep.
the wall, and then like your whole body goes. As you change the plane that is the ground for you, the bar just like
Absolutely.
people have like spoonfuls of tuber stew like halfway to their mouth, slopping down the front of them, like. And then the exodus happens.
Yeah.
Mass panic. Even the wait staff running around the bar, gone.
Yep. Not the first time it's happened. No.
Well, that's the way to clear the joint, eh?
I mean, yeah.
That could come in handy.
Well, at least they left and didn't pull a stake on you.
That is fair. Yeah.
At least you don't have to pay for a meal.
Well.
Well, we already paid last night.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
I will leave money.
Yeah.
I'll leave a
Sorry
tip
for
on the
business.
table.
For the loss of commerce.
Yeah, obviously that no one paid for their food.
I don't
Usually
know.
you have to pay before.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were getting cash up front, but I'm leaving them another gold.
Yeah. For the trillion.
So you guys kind of have the place to yourself. It's a much more intimate meal now. You don't have to worry about any background noise or anything as you finish your tuber stew.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shall we go find out what griffin riding entails?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
go check out the griffins.
Let's go.
So excited.
So you guys walk out of the bar and are greeted promptly by Drock
Oh, hi, Druck.
and about 5 other guards.
Oh, fun.
Oh boy.
They have their halberds leveled at the entrance of the bar and have been waiting here
Oh,
as they saw people stampeding out to see what the particular problem was.
Yep.
Hi, Druck. Sorry for any confusion. Our paladin friend was showing us a neat trick that he knows how to do.
A new trick. We don't take kindly to the undead here in Fireshear. We do take great pride in keeping our minds free and clear of those who fear the sun.
Do you fear the sun?
No, not at all.
Oh.
He's not an actual vampire.
I'm like a half vampire.
He is a paladin.
Yes.
Well, they can clearly see the religious markings on your armor and around your neck there.
The vampire would not be able to wear that.
You're gonna
That
need
is
to
fair.
roll a persuasion.
I can do that. Oh yeah, I can definitely do that.
Yeah. Go for it.
At disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Even though he's helping?
That's fair.
He's technically
They
undead,
they
which
saw
means
the
he's
entire
alive.
contents of a bar run out.
That's fair.
It's a dirty 20 with disadvantage.
What?
So you got a natural 20 and a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh.
The 20 is good enough. Dirty 20 is good enough.
Yeah.
Seeing you now, like, there's definitely something not right about you, but there's no way a true undead would be able to wear the religious markings, even on a shield. But you have yours against your skin. He sees the necklace around your neck. Like, stand down, man.
Druck, I give you my word, as a paladin of Helm and an order of the Gilded Eye, he's fine. It was a misunderstanding. We've actually paid for dinner and a little extra for the last commerce. We're very sorry for any confusion.
From what I hear, the guild. What'd you say? The
The
guild.
order of the Gilded
The
Eye.
Order of the Gilded Eye may not be so pleased with you, but don't dilly dally in town.
They would definitely frown upon the spectacle of it all.
So he waves, and the other 5 men kind of go their separate directions to different points around the marketplace. You can tell that they're still watching the group of the 6 of you, but they don't seem to be making any aggressive actions towards you. Druck pulls his cloak back around and says, "Be on your best behavior."
Absolutely.
We'll try.
And he heads back towards his post at the gate.
Shall we be off then?
I'm gonna have to run laps for that one.
Did you want to do any purchasing in the marketplace, or just heading straight up down towards
Well,
the
we should
docks?
probably gander through the marketplace and just see if there's anything.
If there's anything that you guys
Funny.
need, yeah. We should probably re-up on some rations. Because I have used a few and gave away a few.
I'd look for some spices as well.
Mhm.
Just some simple herbs.
Some
It's-
garlic.
Dried. Some garlic.
It's easy to find herbs and spices. Just however much you want. How much do you want? Like a bag of salt, I think, is like a silver piece, and you could just say a bag of spices is a silver piece.
Yeah.
They'll have like saffron and rosemary, and you can specifically request that it has the garlics.
I've got some already.
Alright,
Is there anything that
how much does spices cost?
a bag will cost a silver piece?
Oh, I've already deducted.
Oh, you took it off yours? Okay. I need 5 rations.
Well, I do not have the player's handbook in front of me. I believe it's down at the end
Yeah.
there.
I've got one here too.
Yeah, you can buy as many rations as you want. Here in Fireshear, most of the rations are made of dried fish and some type of bread.
5 silver pieces for one day.
For one day?
Yep.
Okay, so 5 of them, 25 silver pieces.
2.5 gold. Was there anything you needed, Ren?
No, I don't think so. I'm just walking through the crowd.
I'll come back to that and we'll see if there's anything that happens there. Tova, is there anything that you're looking for at the marketplace?
I'm just taking a look around if there's anything magical, that sort of thing, that catches my eye.
In the marketplace here at Fireshear, you don't really see anything magical. You see what looks like somebody selling some type of scroll. But from the distance, you'd have to go up and interact to find out what they are. You can tell that he's got the scrolls piled up on his
That would
skull.
catch my attention, so I would mosey on over there, nonchalantly.
So there's a decrepit old man. You can see he's got some arcane runes etched or stitched into his clothing. First thing that strikes you about him is that he is far cleaner than any other person you have seen here in Fireshear so far.
Greetings, good sir.
Oh, greetings! Greetings! It's good to see a fellow man of the knowledge.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to meet you as well. And your name is?
My name is. Mr. Clean. People just call me Mr. Clean.
Well, hello, Mr. Clean.
He's a bit senile. And by a bit, I mean a lot.
I'm just wondering if you have any scrolls here that are worth looking into.
Oh, all my scrolls are amazing, and you would be glad to have any of them. My biggest seller is scrolls of. What's the one that cleans you?
Prestidigitation.
Scrolls of prestidigitation. People love it.
And how much do you charge for your scrolls?
He says, because prestidigitation's fairly easy to cast, it makes no mind. I simply charge 5 silver for it.
I'll take that one. And any others that you might have of interest?
He has any of the level 1 spells, as well as a smattering of cantrips.
Ooh. And he charges, and I ask him, well, do you charge just a flat rate for each one, or?
Any of these cantrips you can have for 5 silver. The other scrolls, they take more arcane knowledge and items to craft. They cost 100 gold.
Well, how about I take 5 of the cantrips from you? Would that be doable? And then I'll come back on our way back out.
Oh, that sounds more than doable. He shows you the selection of cantrips he has. Whatever cantrip you're looking at, just roll a percentile, and if it's above 50%, it's in there.
If it's up above 50%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did
50-50
JJ ever
chance.
give you that comb that he stole from Zephyrus?
No, he didn't.
Oh, well, that's a pity. If it's not going to profit the party, then that's a problem.
We'll have to find that again.
Was that Jasper who took that?
Yeah, he did.
Jasper decided to acquire something from the giant Zephyros, a platinum comb.
And I caught it. But I let it go.
Technically, he
So while you're doing
violated
that, Alfred,
hospitality
I'll just
rules.
write down
Yes,
5
yes,
and
he
then.
did.
I trust you to deal with that as we're going around. And
You said 50%?
yeah, 50% chance he's got it, so roll the dice, and if it's above 50, he's got it.
I'll spend like 5 minutes looking through so that I pick out 5, and then I'll let you know through the list.
Works for me. Ginny.
I'd like a cook's utensils if I can find them.
Yes, the person actually selling spices has all kinds of pots and pans and cookware, and you can build a cook's kit out of that.
Excellent. Thank you.
I don't have your name off the top of my head. Aubryn, is there anything that you're looking for?
Not
Here in-
particularly.
Not particularly? No asbestos hats or anything?
No.
All right.
He said a pot.
Kaylin, is there anything you're looking for around the market?
I just bought some rations to kind of keep up on those,
Okay.
but nothing like specific I'm looking for. Yeah.
Sounds good. And Annika, you were doing the rations as well. Is there anything else?
I mean, if there's an armor seller, I might see if there's anything better than the chainmail that I'm wearing, but I don't have a lot of money to spend on it.
There is an armor seller there. You can see different suits and whatnot of armor hanging out on display.
Well, I will take a look and see if anything's better than the chainmail that I'm wearing.
So you make your way up to the stand or the
Borrow the
stall.
player's handbook.
I do have another player's handbook over here in the shelf if need be.
Help me find armor there, little bud.
It'll be under. Looking in, and you can see there are all the different types of
Each
armor here.
145.
Any armor that's worth under 150 gold, he has. And,
Okay.
he's got in both a dwarven size variant and a human size variant. So like the stretched and the compressed. Oh, welcome, welcome. I see you are a member of one of the Grand Orders of the Land. What can I do for you today?
Oh, just seeing if we can find a little bit better armor. You'll go back on the floor.
Like, no, I don't want to.
Hey, as he's talking to you, the human armor salesman, he pulls out a tape measure, like a tailor's tape measure, and he's measuring your arms and the small of your back to the bottom of your neck, and like he's like, we've got armor that would fit you very handily. Like anything specific that you're looking for? What is that you have?
I have chainmail, which is a 16, plus my shield. And so I would be looking for, he wouldn't have anything bigger than that.
No, he doesn't have anything big. Like there's no plate mail here. You're looking for something
Might
better
have
than chain.
scale, but I don't think, no, I don't have a dex modifier that'll work with scale. I don't think you have anything for me, good sir, unfortunately. Not right now.
You sure? I do armor customization as well. Like I can take your armor and emboss or put different symbols on or anything that you'd like.
Well, I do like the symbols on mine, because it's got the symbol of Helm picked out in brass studs on my silver armor.
We could change that to silver. It can take a couple days, but we can do it.
I'm pretty good with the brass right now.
But
Thank you very much,
You
though.
sure
I'm
there's
very
nothing?
sure.
I'm more than happy to do anything.
I am very sure, I think, on this one. Yeah.
So he's a very good salesman, and he is not taking no for an answer. Like, every time you try to leave, he's like positioning himself so you have to go around him to get to the door again. Like he is maybe over pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any chainmail that's lighter than what I've got? Or, that's special?
How much does chainmail cost now?
75.
Like we do have a masterwork version of chainmail.
So that would be just a little bit harder to hit me through it, less chinks in it.
It counts as a size down, or not a size down, but a weight down.
So I'd be a little bit more
Less
stealthy
encumbered.
than that one.
Less encumbered. And I hiss like a snake, 'cause that's what he sounds like. As I walk by.
And how much would that be, sir?
175.
That's a little rich for me right now. I'm sorry.
I think I'll be passing
I'll keep it on
along.
hold for you, but if you come back, I'll have it.
And if you find someone else you can sell that to, you do that, sir.
I found the perfect person to buy it right here, right now.
Unfortunately, it's a little much for what I have a budget for.
Well, I am so sorry to hear that. Don't you forget about me.
I will not, sir. What's your name again? I bet you it's good and well thought out and has lots of syllables.
Denoris. Denoris Lachamdethor.
Dolores Lashem de
Take that with your notebook. Ren, Mr. Crowd Surfer, how are things going in the crowd here? There are lots of dwarves around here. The merchants themselves are kind of a split between humans and dwarves. You do see the occasional halfling, and there's like maybe one or two half-orcs here in the crowd, but more as hired labor working with a stall.
I'm kind of staying out of the stalls. I'm just mingling through all the people that are just kind of congregating.
Is there anything in specific you're looking for?
No, just seeing what's loose.
What's loose? I'm gonna make you roll an investigation first to see what it is you can see as what you're searching out for.
My passive investigation is 20.
I'll let you roll,
Okay.
but I will take that passive as your low. I will take that passive as your low. You do see a couple different dwarves moving through the crowd. They look much less dirty than the other dwarves. They're dressed quite well, and they look like they're carrying some coin. You can see heavy-looking money pouch on each of their different belts. And there are two of these particular dwarves. They have different insignias on their clothing, but they both look like they're going about doing the same thing, approaching specifically the merchants who sell mining gear.
Okie dokie. So, would I recognize the symbol?
Just roll a knowledge history. Because Tova had the natural 20, he was able to tell you all about it earlier.
And what was investigation?
History.
History, sorry. 16.
That is easy enough to figure it out. These have to be purchasers for some of the merchant houses that run the town. You don't see where the third one is, but each of those there's 3 different mining companies that Tova had told you about.
Oh, okay.
And those are 2 of them specifically that the insignia is representing.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like they're going around buying mining gear.
Do I notice if they have guards?
With your passive perception, they do not appear to have guards.
I'll just cut in a slightly.
There are guards
In
who are still watching
watching.
you guys. But those 2
particular.
dwarven purchasers don't have guards specifically with them.
Oh, okay.
I hope I explained that properly.
Yeah. So there's still people watching. So I kind of rush in between people and just kind of trying to stay out of people's way. Don't want people stepping on my toes.
You trying to get hidden again?
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check with disadvantage. You have 6 eyes kind of focused on the 6 of you.
And 14.
So you've done your best to kind of hide in the crowd. You can't really tell whether they've lost you or not, but you feel like you've done a fairly good job of losing yourself in amongst the people.
I'll risk it. It's worth the risk.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
You're going up to try and sleight of hand.
Well, just slightly bump into someone.
Yeah.
And 13.
13. You bump into them and you quickly are able to snatch one of the purses away. As you make your way back out into the crowd, it doesn't look like anybody's spotted you.
And then I croak down. Did someone lose this coin purse?
Oh. Just roll me a quick deception. Just, I want to see. You get a +3 in that.
Yeah.
And you've got
18.
his insight. He crit failed it. The gentleman that you took it off of is from one of the mining houses. Oh, I did. And he comes up and he, thank you so much, like patting you on the shoulder. He gives you kind of a hearty handshake.
Oh, you're welcome, sir.
And he takes the post back. Oh, I can't believe I would have lost this. That would have been my head. He reaches in and he hands you 5 gold pieces. Thank you so much for your
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So everybody's kind of had a bit of a chance to do some at the marketplace. We're going to take a bit of a quick breather.
Hey, am I going to be allowed to go to Winter Gax in 3 weeks? What? Why not? Eat one intern. That was episode 21 of Moose Jaw Gamers and No Good Rolls, Just Good Roleplaying. It was recorded while streaming on Twitch. Check out their channel for live streams. Please like and subscribe here and on Twitch. You can see the continuation of their adventure in about a week's time. And you should really go to Winter Gax. Just 'cause I can't doesn't mean you shouldn't.